Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm so glad you're here this morning. Hope some of y'all are staying warm because it's been a cold week, but we're going to persevere. High today is going to be 49 and low 29. That's just downright cold. Weather always brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Now it's beginning to affect the water temperature because the Gulf water temperature has dropped 1 degree down to 53 degrees. So it's the coldest it's been so far this year, this season. River readings, Appalachian cold at Bluntstown is at a 2.4, and the Choctaw at Caryville at 4.8. Our river readings brought to us by Sandhill Seafood up on Highway 77. Good fresh seafood, and I don't know about y'all, but wintertime I just love to eat good fresh seafood. So it's a good place to go up there. We've got great folks and great service. I hear compliments all the time from those folks up there. A tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Looking at our tides today, we're looking at a low tide at 7:43 and a high tide at 9:38. That north wind has been prevalent, for some period of time now. We've still got the wind coming out of the north. It's not quite as strong today as it was yesterday. We're looking at about 5 to 10. So it's going to be, still not going to be a good day to be on the water. But the weekend now is shaping up a little bit better than the week has been. So go ahead and start making your plans for the outdoors for this weekend. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with our guest. Welcome back, folks, and welcome to our special guest, Ben DiZoglio. Good morning. Good. I got your name right?
Yeah, close. Okay. Better than most get it. So.
Well, we're glad to have you, and so let's introduce yourself and tell the folks a little bit about it.
Yeah, just love the outdoors. Like Chester said, Benjamin DiZoglio. Here today really to talk about the Southeast Bow Hunters Group and some of the stuff we're doing for the youth and veterans and different things, and really excited about what's going on, Chester, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about your background. You originally from Georgia?
I'm from LaGrange, Georgia. Yes, sir. Grew up there as a child. Moved down here, I guess, just after Opal hit.
Okay.
Been down here about 22 years, and
all right.
Went from brim fishing to snapper fishing. So.
Snapper fishing, but you've always enjoyed bow hunting too, right?
Oh yeah, shot my first deer with a bow when I was 13 years old.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
That's a good start right there.
It was hooked from there.
Well, I know we were talking about, I met you previously when we had Moon Phillips on the show. We did the show at the house, and Ben came over with Moon and gave us some pictures and all and sat in on the session. So it was good to have you then.
Yes, sir. It was good.
Well, tell us about how you got started with this Southeast Bow Hunters.
The Southeast Bow Hunters, it was really there's a lot of great groups on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. If anybody wants to go to it, go to Facebook, put in the search bar Southeast Bow Hunters and go to click join. It's a closed group, so we can kind of manage who gets in and out, so we don't have a bunch of stuff going on. But really, just sitting there one day going through all the groups, and like I said, wonderful groups on Facebook. But didn't really see anything that connected a lot of people from the different, outside of just the specific local area, but just the different Southeast area and bow hunters alike. And it's not just, it's actually gained some national attention. We've got people on there now and from Indiana and New York, Kentucky, Wisconsin. It's just really grown, and we just started it about three and a half months ago. We've grown pretty good, and just really excited about what's going on with it.
Well, I know y'all are already doing some good things and all, because you're helping. When Moon Phillips came on the show, he wanted to give away a hunt and all. And tell us how y'all got involved in that.
Okay, so Moon and I have hunted together since 2010. We've known each other for a while, and he called me and he said, Ben, I'd like to take my property that I've got that I purchased a few years ago and take a youth hunting on it. Can you help me promote that? I said, absolutely. So we started right there, and with promoting that, in between the time we started doing that to we actually drew, we had several other guys step up and say, I want to give a hunt away too. I want to take somebody hunting. I'd love to take a veteran hunting. And Chris Davis, local here to the area, he actually stepped up and said, you know, I'd like to take a veteran hunting if you guys can do that. And so we put it out there. We had several enter, and we drew a veteran, and they went hunting. Didn't harvest anything, but he said he hadn't been hunting in 15 years, Chester, and he said he enjoyed it. He had a little buck come under him that he really had a good time, and so that's what it's about, is just introducing people to the outdoors and keeping them connected.
That's great. Now the winner, let's go. We're gonna have some pictures. Tell us about this winner, the young lady who won this hunt for Golden Moon Phillips.
Okay, so actually when we was doing the drawing on the group, and then we come on the show, and we come on the day before we was doing the drawing. So the winner, Brookie, her dad watches your show religiously, is what he said, and so he saw it, and they went on that day and put her name in, I guess, and she was the one that we went through all the entries, and we actually didn't draw on this one. We went through and we hand-picked one, but there was, we wanted to focus it and try to make sure someone that doesn't have an opportunity to get out a lot, and a lot of great entries, but some of them were just you know, we knew that they were already introduced, but we felt like she was the right one, and we got her up.
Oh, we got some pictures of her now. This is a cute look. How old is she now?
She's 11 years old.
All right, so she's done some fishing and all, so that's a great picture there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and look, she's going turkey hunting here. Well, it's great pictures we have of her. Her dad took her out catching a shark.
Yes, sir. So what it looks like here.
All right, and look
that's
at that.
Just a beautiful picture. That's a postcard picture right there.
That really is a pompano. Now I'm assuming she caught it right up here.
Looks like it.
Look, that's a great picture.
I'm telling you, with the seagull and the sunset in the background, you couldn't have.
You couldn't have. That's a better situation right there. All right, tell us about this one.
Now this picture right here, her dad said that they did a youth. She's big into helping the youth. They just moved up here from Miami, retired firefighter. I want to thank you for your services there too, Bill. I believe they was doing a youth fishing tournament down there, and so he took several of them out on his boat, and they said it was real choppy that day, so they went up in one of the creeks or the mouths or something, and so the first line out, and said she grabbed the first pole, and they brought it in, and she actually won the tournament with this ladyfish. Well, a guy come up to him later and said, you know, that's a pretty big ladyfish. You know, it could be record status. So they actually entered it, and it's a junior world record ladyfish.
Wow.
And there's a picture of it mounted.
And there's it mounted right there.
So she's in the record books already, and
that's cool.
Just a fantastic young lady. Spoke with her on the phone, and she's excited.
This is good of you to help with Moon and all, and Moon will be taking her that first weekend of February?
First weekend of February. I'm going to film, and we're going to, I believe her mom is coming with her to hunt, so it'll be three of us hugged up in a blind somewhere trying to get on her first deer. So
well, I know she'll have a great time and all, so we're glad. Moon, I want to thank you again for doing this.
Yes, sir.
Let's take our first break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. See, we're Ben DiZoglio of the Southeast Bow Hunters group, and how can people join that?
If you go to Facebook, right now we're just a Facebook group, and we'll announce some stuff coming up later. But go to Facebook and just go in your search bar, Southeast Bow Hunters, and go to join. You don't have to be a bow hunter to join, so it's just I mean,
just enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah. That's where we went with it, though. So.
Again, I want to congratulate Brooke Roxby and her dad, Bill Roxby, on winning that nice hunt. That's really good. So
looking forward to that.
Now we got some more pictures. So before we do that, we're going to add a couple of names. Now this is from St. Joe Beach, Ray Corbin and Judy Corbin. And I got more names tomorrow. Just didn't have time with a guest to get them in here. So we'll finish up tomorrow for this week. But you can enter any time of the year. But we're about to fill that jar. We might have to get a bigger jar. Okay, now. We always ask you to send me some pictures and all, just to show all kind of outdoor activities you've been doing. So you really enjoy the outdoors.
I love it. Been doing it since I was a real young man. I guess I took my first deer at about 11 years old with my mom. She took me and drug me out. She drug me out in the woods, and
good for her.
Big cow horn spike, shot him with a 30-30, and
30-30.
And we got down. I asked her. I said, "Do you know how to gut a deer?" And she she toughened right on up, and she told me later she didn't, and we had a mess to say the least, but it was fun. So.
Yeah. Well, that's funny you say that, because most people now, back in those days, everybody cleaned on, skinned their own deer and all that kind of stuff, and now you just take them to the processing plant to do everything for you. But that's special though, to be able to gut them and do that.
It was an experience, but we enjoyed it.
All right, here we go. Let's roll through some of these pictures here. We're gonna go through them pretty fast because we got a lot of them. They're good ones. Tell us about this one.
Now this one I don't know if I got the other picture of it in there or not, but it was that one right there.
Okay.
Actually, but I shot this turkey last year, and it was my first double beard turkey, and he had double 9.5 inch beards.
Oh yeah. You don't see that often.
No, a lot of times you see that second beard's a little thin beard or a little half inch, but he had double 9.5 inch beard, so that was real cool. Well, and that was in Georgia. Now a couple of weeks later, I shot this one right here, and he had double 9-inch beards.
No way.
In Alabama, 2 different states, both of them double one 9-inch, double 9-inch beards. The other one's double 9.5-inch beards.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And that's just a little bit of I have to work for.
Oh, you have to work too? Why you got to work?
I figured I'd let everybody know that we don't just get to go out and.
So you put up fencing and all.
Yeah, do a little bit of construction remodel. That was a privacy fence we was putting up, and someone thought they snapped a picture of me in the act of it. So.
We don't want to watch too much out working. Let's get back to wildlife.
Now this right here is I've got a lease that I manage in Kentucky, and so we got a picture of these deer on it this past year, and I targeted any one of them, but was able to harvest one of them. That's the one that went 150 inches. I actually peeled his velvet off because it was coming off, and I didn't really like the way it looked. And
what time of the year did you get this one?
I shot him on September 4th.
September, okay.
Yes, sir. And 150-inch 10 points. So
that's a nice
I was really excited about that one.
Nice book.
This is a friend of mine, Carson Curry. He's a host of Final Draw TV on Pursuit Channel, and I'm pro staff with them. And so I was filming him a little bit. And
cool.
We're actually going to be in Lakeland in June at the Florida Deer Expo.
Okay.
I believe that's what the Florida Deer Expo. So if any of you guys make it down to Lakeland, y'all come check us out.
That's cool. All right. Now, let's see.
That's just
all right.
Some more turkey, just nothing special about it. That's my wife and I.
Oh, cool. She enjoys it outdoors also, huh?
Well, when we got married, she didn't have much of a choice but to enjoy it. Now, I'll tell you something about this. This was
nice snap.
What it caught off public numbers.
Oh.
We won't give those numbers out though, but I don't know them anyway. So, but we went out on an old oyster boat.
Yeah.
Chester, 20 miles out, and we got out there and didn't have it was just a situation that you probably shouldn't have put yourself in. No radio, no.
Oh my goodness.
But we come back with a cooler full, and those are just the ones that we could get in the picture. We had a cooler full. Our smallest snapper was I think 18 pounds that day, and we had 4 of us, and we all limited out, and we got some grouper. And
how deep water was that?
I was about right at 100, 80 to 100.
Yeah, that's a nice snapper right there. All right, another big buck.
Yeah, that's public land, Illinois. Last year, it was 173 inches. Now, he's got a big drop tine on him.
You've hunted Illinois and Kentucky before. You enjoy going up in those areas?
I enjoy it. I enjoy hunting around here. It's so, by the time season gets going down here, it's usually wore out. And
Well, I know. Moon and I talked about it. I know he would go to Illinois. He did that for a good while. And I've known quite a few people who do those kind of Illinois, Kentucky, areas like Tennessee that really enjoy those trips and all. They have a good time.
Yeah, it's not that far of a drive. Get up there, and it's just a different country. It's not all you don't always kill big bucks up there. I mean, now you have an opportunity to, but we just don't think you're gonna go up there and just. Now this is.
What about this one?
This is Elijah DeZoglio.
Okay.
He's 3 years old in that picture, so he went with me this day to check some trail cameras on the canoe. We canoed up the river, and so he had to bring his gun with him, and he wore his shorts, his boots, and his Spider-Man life jacket.
Well, he's ready.
He's ready to go. And then that evening, I harvested a doe, and so it's the same day, and he went out and he helped me track it. And I'm going to tell you, he's going to be something, because he tracked it. He was in front of me at night with that flashlight going through briars, and he helped me drag it out. We got out, and he said, "That's my deer, Daddy." So
That's exciting. I know.
He laid claim to it. That's a couple of local bucks got last year. Now that spike, I want you to look at the spikes on him. He had an 18-inch spike on that one side right there. And
wow, he sure is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was that an older deer?
He was. We figured him right at about 4.5, pushing 5 years old.
Okay.
Just a big old cool spike, and a little eight. I shot the 8-point. I shot the spike that evening, and the 8-point the very next morning out of the same stand.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Oh,
so
that's cool. Well, we're going to take our final break. We'll come back and get some fishing and hunting tips from Ben. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So here with Ben DeZoglio, from the Southeast Bow Hunters Association. That's a really fast-growing group.
Yes, sir. Just really real amazed at what's going on it. So excited too.
Okay, look, let's do our fishing game times real quick before we get back with Ben. Brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers down in Port St. Joe. 2 times a day, 12:46 to 2:46 this morning, but this afternoon 1:10 to 3:10. And speaking of times and different things and all, we always, with our guests and all outdoor guests, we always talk about tips and different things that make you successful. So what are some things that you like to do you think makes you successful in the outdoors? Well,
hunting, Chester, it's got to be the wind, scent and wind. If I had to, any scent, the best scent's common scent, and try to figure out where what you're doing, and try to work that wind in your favor. That's if you can get in front of that deer's nose, then you got a good opportunity. Turkey hunting, I'd say try to get them roosted, see where they're at, and don't set up right on them. Everybody wants to try to, and some people are successful, but I see a lot of people run right up on the roosting tree, and a lot of times get in there a little late in the morning and knock them off the tree, or they fly out and they light out 100 yards away, and they go and don't overcall on turkeys.
Yeah, good point there. Good point there.
Fishing, I'd say just make sure you don't put a hook in your hand.
Be careful. The best one I ever heard from an old timer, he said, you go fishing when they're biting. And
that's
that's been with me forever. And that, and we know when they go through certain times when they're biting.
That's it.
It could be fresh water or salt water.
That's it.
Speaking of fresh water, what do we have right here? What's going on?
This is a crappie, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I call him a crappie, but he's 18 inches, the biggest one I ever caught. We figure he's probably 2.5, 3 pounds. I thought I was hung up on a stump. We was trolling around the bank edge, me and a buddy, and it just pole went over. We thought we was hung up, and that thing started pulling, dragging, fighting back. I said, "No, sir." I said, "We've got a fish on." We thought it was a striped bass to start with, and then the way he was fighting and got him up, and
that's huge.
He was a big one.
What were y'all trolling with?
Just a little jig, didn't have a beetle spin on it. I want to remember we changed colors, and it was about 3 years ago, so I don't remember, but it was a little green.
How often do you change colors when you're out fishing and all? How long do you stay with one color and all?
Until they quit biting it.
Yeah. This is always some of the finer points of fishing. It'll be saltwater, freshwater. Is that color and the angle of that sun, because it makes different colors. And
that's it. Now, when we're trolling, especially crappie, we try to get a couple rigs different depths. And we'll use a couple different colors. And once we find what color they're biting on and what depth, we put all our rods with that color and that depth, and we're usually pretty successful.
That's a good point right there. Good point. Okay.
This is Alex Montero. He's a young man. Like I said, we're really focused on youth. I always try to get youth to come with me or something. And got him on his first gator. He went out with us, and he had a blast. I love going out fishing and hunting with him. He's just a fantastic young man, but got him on that gator right there.
That's great picture.
And that's my wife with her first gator. She was 7 months pregnant, 6 or 7 months pregnant in that picture. She was out there going with it. So, like I said, she was never much in the outdoors until after we got married. Okay. That's my daughter. She's out practicing shooting her bow. She hasn't been able to harvest anything yet, but she loves to.
You know,
get
just
out.
shooting a bow, and you know this, the shooting a bow is just fun.
It's therapy.
Yeah, you ain't got to go hunting with a bow, just shooting it. You're
That's
right,
it.
it's therapy, it's exercise, it's good camaraderie.
It's an Ohio buck, first buck I ever filmed.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't get him on film.
Oh, no. How did that happen?
Well, I was young in it, and just started filming, self-filming, and I zoomed in because I wanted to make sure I had this zoomed-in shot.
Right.
And then I was sitting on the ground, so I had to get away from the camera for a minute. And he walked out of the frame when I shot, and I got him running back across it though. But and this is my youth group at the church. I'm the youth pastor at my church, and so again, just a little bit of that's my heart and passions: outdoors, my family, and
That's
and
awesome.
youth.
That's awesome.
And
We were
so-
talking about this yesterday on the show about how the bonding you can get around a fire and around the outdoors. It's something special. It's always something special. And this is what we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, and if you ever want a crowd to show up for an event, build a fire and buy pizza.
Yeah, I was going to say pizza or hot dogs. You know, we got some food over there. So
That's it.
Some soda waters and all that, and all. So that's awesome. Now, what group is this?
That's at Shepherd's Gate Church in Sunny Hills, right there on 77.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
But appreciate all you do for the young people and for the outdoors in general.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you having us, and again, just looking forward to what we got going on in Southeast Bow Hunters.
And y'all stay tuned, and he's going to stay in contact with me, and when they have some more contests or something, you can enter or go with them or something. It's a good deal.
We got some stuff coming up. We're excited. I won't share it now, but
Okay.
we'll come back and talk about it.
Well, you'll keep us posted, I'm sure, and that's some great pictures and all. I appreciate your input in outdoors.
Thank you, Chester. We
Thank
appreciate you having us on this morning.
All right, and keep sending those pictures.
Sure will. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and don't let Moon eat all the food when y'all get on that. We won't even go there. We ain't got time.
Can't make no promise.
We ain't got time to go there. All right, folks, thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. As always, we appreciate the viewership and appreciate your loyalty to us and our sponsors. And you have some special guests. We always enjoy having them. Do something good for your fellow man today. Enjoy the great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.